are you all? I hope you're doing well. Today I have for you this, my go-to look whenever I'm going for drinks or whether I'm going out to work, to be honest, because whenever I wear a mask, this is a makeup that I tend to wear just because the way I do it, my makeup doesn't budge, but you'll see in the video. But yeah, my products never really change, but every product will be linked down below. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy the video. And one more thing I just wanted to say is thank you so much for all the love that I received on my last video. I never expected that kind of response at all, but I was very overwhelmed with how many people reached out. And as cliche as it sounds, like a lot of people were feeling the same way. So if anyone ever needs to speak or talk or whatever, my messages are always open and I'm happy to talk to anyone. But yeah, thank you so much and I really hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so third time lucky. I really hope this works because I'm pissed off. So I'm going to start off by toning my face. If I'm being honest, I don't really know the benefits of toning and what it does, but the lady at Kiehls was so lovely to me, so I just ended up buying everything. She said to just do it this way, so this is what I'm doing. After that, I'm going to go straight in with my moisturiser. Now, I use two moisturisers, so I use one for the nighttime and one for the daytime. For the daytime, I'm using the Elizabeth Arden Grade 8 Hour Defense. Oh my god, that's too much for me. Elizabeth Arden Daily Defense Moisturiser. I use this all the time, especially when I'm travelling. I just find that it's quite yellow based, and I think that means that when you put it underneath makeup, it provides like a nicer glow. And I do feel that, to be honest, like it's really hydrating. Oh my god, why am I have to breathe? I feel like it's really hydrating without it being oily on the skin. I usually go in with this eye moisturiser. This is the Kiehls Midnight Recovery Eye. But lately, the past 5 or 6 times, it's been making my under eyes sting so much, like for about 20 seconds. So I've stopped using that, and it made it go like really red and blotchy. So I asked on Instagram, and a lot of people said that they think it's because there's a lot of essential oils within it, which means essentially over time it does the opposite effect, and it actually strips the skin in a way, which does make sense because it does feel like it's burning. So yeah, I've stopped using that. I have this like hydrating primer, and I just use that underneath my eyes. Not at night time though, just in the day before my makeup. So this is the MAC Prep and Prime Moisture Infusion Serum High. These names, honestly. So I'm just going to put this underneath my eyes. This feels so refreshing on the skin. After I've done that and got serum in my eye, I'm going to go straight in to a TikTok hack. When I first saw this, I was like, are you stupid? But actually, over time, this has become a go-to for especially like when I want my makeup to last, or when I'm going to work, or when I'm wearing a mask. My makeup does not budge when I do this step. After you put primer on the face, go straight in with a powder. Now this is a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. Do I have to say the names of everything? This Charlotte Tilbury thing. And I just go in to the bits where I want the makeup to last. So around where the mask would normally sit, and here where the bronzer sits. Then go straight in with a setting spray. Oh my god, this smell. This is the Fix Plus in the lavender smell. I love anything lavender. I think this is why I was so roped into this Midnight Recovery Eye, because this smells like lavender, but it's so bad for the skin. I'm going to go straight in with my foundation. Now the trick is to have a wet beauty blender. This is literally so old. So sorry. So at the moment I'm using this L'Oreal True Match in the shade W4. L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour. With my foundations, okay, so I've never ever used just one foundation. As long as I can remember putting makeup on, I've always had to mix them because there's like something in my mind what's telling me, do not only use one foundation. Like, it's as though like it's not going to work for my skin. So for the longest time, I've always mixed both my foundations. Usually a darker one and a lighter one to get my shade. I feel like I take forever in blending. I feel like whenever someone else does this, they always take like 2 seconds to blend everything together. But the next step that I do is obviously concealer. Since I moved to Dubai, I've always used the Tarte Shape Tape, just because it's been so accessible to me compared to when it was in the UK. But for now, this is all I've got, and there's literally concealer everywhere. What the hell? How have I done this to myself? Now, I don't know whether it's because of the eye moisturiser, but I've been finding that this has been drying my eyes out a little bit more. Again, I need to discover whether it's because it's so heavy under the eyes. Now, the reason I do it in these areas is because I was watching a Jamie Genevieve video to put concealer in this area like this. And I used to do that for the longest time, but she said, especially for those people with round faces, it brings more attention to the cheeks and kind of like drags your face down. So she said if you do it this way, it lifts up the face and yeah, looks a lot better. Once I let that oxidize into the skin a little bit, to benefit what's up, and I just grab this on the finger like this and just place it at the high points of the cheek. I'm using the Mercier translucent powder. Okay, so once I've done that, I then like to go in with the bronzer. So I first contour whatever cheeks I have, but Jamie Genevieve, again, how to contour on a round face. So she said to do it like a little bit higher than you normally would, to kind of like lift your face. Oh, and for contouring, I'm using this Kiko eyeshadow in the shade 47. This again, it's all just habit. Like, I have no idea why I'm doing all this stuff, but I've just always done it. For blush, I typically tend to stick to this Tarte one. Now, I got this free with like a gift. When I first got this, I was like this for like days and days and days, because it doesn't appear like anything is coming on the brush, but it's a very, very subtle blush. Like, I can hardly see it, but it has an effect. Does that make sense? Oh, as well, when I was watching the Jamie Genevieve video, she was also explaining about blush. Okay, so she told me to, she advised to put blush like higher, like where you normally put your highlighter, and not take it past like the corner of the eye, just because whenever you put blush here and here like that, brings attention to the cheeks and makes your cheeks look rounder, which in my case I definitely do not want, and that scares me. So I do want to warm up the face slightly. I mean, looking at my view camera, I am looking like an orange, but I'll bronze anyway. So, eyebrows. I've used this for the longest time. It's the Kiko brow pencil in the shade 02. It's like a cool tone brown that works really well for the colour of my eyebrows. And I literally saw this years and years ago about how to map out your brows through the pupil of the eye and then like mark it here. I feel so stupid doing that on camera. Moral of the story is never ever get your eyebrows done. It's never go to Egypt and get your eyebrows done whilst you're sunbathing at the side of the pool, because you'll walk away with 2 eyebrows that look like pieces of string. And I'm not even joking, like my eyebrows haven't grown back since, so. I just play around with my hands and whatever just to try and somewhat make them even, or make them at least presentable. Straight in and do my eyeshadow. So for my eyeshadow, I again just take this blush and I use this as a transition shade. Oh my god. I use this as a transition shade. I used to use the bronzer, but I figured like after a long time, like it was just really annoying me, like because it was just too warm for my eye tone. This one's a lot more cool tone and I like a cool toned looking eye. And with a smaller brush, I'm going to go back in with the Kiko contour shade and just go over the outside of the eye just to have a little bit of a definition. And I'll go underneath the eye. I go back in with this Charlotte Tilbury powder and I'll just go over the eyeshadow with this and just buff out the colour a little bit. And before I go in with moisturiser, before I go in with mascara, I like to set the face. That sounds so excessive considering how much I've already set it, but so for mascara, for the longest time, probably about 6 years, I've always used the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I usually keep an older one and then a newer one with me, because the older one, I like it for the dryness of it, and then this one is just too wet for me, but it does provide the best results. So yeah, I've literally always used this. I really like the brush of it. As you can see, it's curved like this. With the older one, I like to just go over my lashes like this. And then with the newer mascara, I then like to keep it on the lengthening side and just run over where I place the first mascara. And finally, I like to go in with the volumizing side of the brush. And I just keep the volumizing side to the ends of the lashes. I'm so sad because this is the first present that Shad ever bought me. He got me this for my birthday in 2019, and it's the MAC Soft and Gentle. Unfortunately, it has broken, but I still like to use it anyway. And I just take that on my highlighting brush. So for the longest time, I've always used the same combination of lip products. I always use the NYX Lip Pencil in the shade Natural, this MAC lipstick in the shade, I think it's Butter something, and this Huda Beauty Bombshell Liquid Lip. This I put underneath this just because this is so dry by itself for my lips. I will probably go in with about 7 more sprays of MAC Fix Plus, and yeah, I think that's pretty much finished. Oh, last thing, set the eyebrows. I just go in with this Benefit Brow Gel. Why is it when I want to film, my eyebrows literally go the worst they've ever gone since I was born? Like, what is this? Like, whoever does makeup as a full-time thing on YouTube, like, you are so amazing. Like, this is so hard for me to do. It's so much precision and making sure everything's perfect. Like, I literally don't know how you do it, so honestly my hat goes off to you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want to see more of this. Let me know if you want to see different looks. Currently this is just my everyday go-to makeup. That does seem a bit heavy for every day, doesn't it? I mean, every day when I'm going out somewhere and when I'm going to work or wearing a mask or something like that. Like not for the gym. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.